Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick recap, a quick revision of what we learned yesterday about Aughinish. So what were its reasons for locating where it located on Aughinish Island on the Shannon Estuary? So as you can see in front of you, there are 6 different reasons. You'll be just asked for 3 in the day of the exam. So I suppose one reason why RUSAL Aughinish located along the Shannon Estuary on Aughinish Island is because of its raw material that it uses. It uses a bulky raw material, a heavy raw material called bauxite. As you know about bauxite, it's a red rock. It comes from tropical locations. They import it in from West Africa and from Brazil. So because it's a heavy bulky raw material, it needs to be shipped up to them. So because it needs to be shipped, they need to be located at a coastal location to receive the bauxite. So Aughinish Island was a suitable coastal location along the Shannon Estuary. The second reason why it located there was because of the transport services. The river itself on the Shannon Estuary is very deep. It can be 22 metres in low tide. So it is really deep, especially because the ships coming in delivering the bauxite are bulk carriers. They're very big and they needed deep water. As you can see in the picture in the middle column, the jetty that extends out allows those bulk carriers or those ships to deliver and drop off the bauxite to the jetty. Also, when they're exporting out the alumina, the finished byproduct, they need to get the ships to bring that out. So the Shannon Estuary is wide enough and deep enough for that. The third thing that attracted them to that location was the size of the site. And Aughinish Island is 4 kilometres squared, so it's a very large site, large enough to build a factory and large enough to store the red mud waste in the pond. The fourth reason and thing that attracted them there was the government. Shannon Development, which is based in that region, are very similar to the IDA. So they held meetings and they attracted them to come over and they showed them the location and they gave them all the reasons and the benefits why they should locate there. So they worked very closely with them in giving them incentives to locate over. I suppose they also work very closely with the Environmental Protection Agency. So, there is a good relationship built up between RUSAL Aughinish and the Irish government. Another thing that attracted them to locate in Aughinish was because there was plenty of labour in the area. They source a lot of their labour from West Limerick, from Foynes, Askeaton, Glynn, Newcastle West, Rathkeale, etc., Limerick City. So there's plenty of labour. They employ 450 people. And the final, factor that attracted them to locate there were the services. Firstly, water. They need water in the process of, changing bauxite into alumina. So the water was plentiful, available and in plentiful supply from the River Shannon that they were located on. Electricity, they did require a lot of electricity initially, which they got off Electric Ireland. Then they set up their own power plant and now they supply electricity to the ESB. And telecommunications are widely available in phone and in internet. Okay, I hope that recap helps.